Hey guys, this is Make It Work with Yosh, and today we are coming with a video that's going to be a little different than what I normally do. I have not did a lot of cooking videos. I think I got one, maybe two on my channel, but I'm going to start adding a little bit more. Yes guys, I do cook, but I just have not put videos on my channel of me cooking. So today I wanted to do a special video, and this video is going to be about beef liver. This is something I grew up eating. My mom and grandmother used to cook it at least twice a week, and I absolutely love the flavor. Not everybody loves the flavor, but I do, and it is also good if you have low iron. This is a great source of iron, and plus it's actually delicious when you add onions with it, or if you want to put gravy also, it is delicious. But we're not going to be doing gravy, we're just going to be doing liver and onions. You can either get the beef liver or you can get the calf liver, which is the small cow. But this brand right here is Skylark. And what I like about this, they are already come in 4 individual wrap slices. They have already been sliced, skinned, and deveined. So yes, this is the brand that I like to get, and you get them in the frozen area at your local grocery store, and you just let them thaw out and they're ready to cook. So like I said, this is going to be beef liver, and what you're going to need to make this liver and onions is you're going to need your beef liver. You're going to need 2, let me show you guys. You can get 1 large onion, or you can get 2 medium-sized onions. I got 2 medium-sized onions because when you cook these down, you will probably need 2. So I got 2 medium-sized onions right there. Okay, then you are going to need some black pepper, and you can either use kosher salt, or you can use your normal salt that you normally get when you go to restaurants. It don't matter, whichever one you like to your tasting. You're going to need some all-purpose flour, and yes guys, you can use self-rising flour if you want. Both of them work. And now with me, everybody's a little different. With me, I like to use pure vegetable oil, and I like to put a little butter. Now you can use regular butter if you like. I like to use this butter because regular butter bothers my stomach, so I found out that this butter helps a lot. So reason why oil, to help when you fry the beef liver, but the butter gives a little more flavor in it. And you're definitely gonna need a plate to put your flour in for when you flip the liver back and forth in it to get it ready. And you, of course, a skillet and a cutting board, because guys, let me show you. Your liver, when you buy these packs, will come like this. Let me show you. And everybody's different, but this is what I like to do. When you buy the packs, like I said, it comes 4 individually wrapped, but where they're long, you might want to slice it in half. That way you get 2 pieces out of each slice. Let me get this open, guys. So when you get it, they come individually wrapped like that. I normally slice it in half. So if you get 4 slices, you will have a total of 8 pieces once you slice it. And yeah guys, that's exactly all the stuff you need. And then I will show you exactly what you need to do. We're gonna cut the onions up in rings. First, you're gonna peel your onions and then cut them into rings. And you're gonna put your pepper and salt on your liver before you put it in your flour. You can put some in the flour also, or you could just put the salt and pepper in the flour, and when you flip your liver over back and forth, it will coat it with it. But me, I like to put the pepper and salt on my liver before I put it in the flour. That way I know it is really sticking onto the liver and it gives that better flavor. So guys, just stay tuned and I will start cutting the onions and show you exactly what to do. All right guys, now what you do, you peel your onions. I didn't record me peeling them. I'm sure you guys know how to peel onions. And then after you peel them, you want to wash them. That's what I do. I wash them. And then we're gonna cut them into rings. They don't have to be perfect. Just cut them into rings. Get you a nice knife that will let you cut them into rings. I'll show you guys after I get through cutting them up. You're going to just cut them into rings like that. Because once you put them in that skillet and let them start cooking, they will come apart. They don't have to be perfect, guys. They don't have to be perfect rings, but I just said just cut them into rings. That just make it a little bit more easier. And guys, watch your fingers while you're cutting. So, like I said, we're just cutting them up. If you want to get to a certain point and you just want to cut them in half, you can. Either way, don't matter. Because like I said, once you cook them, they're going to start coming apart from the rings. So, yeah, just cut them up either way you like them. Any way you like them, it all will work. So, yeah. And like I said, this is just 2 medium-sized onions. You can use 1 large onion or, whatever you like. Whatever you like. Guys, you can even find some already pre-chopped. But you're going to pay a lot for those. I'd rather just get fresh and cut them myself. That way, I know they're fresh, When you get them in the package already pre-chopped, you don't know how long they've been in there. So, yeah. And like I said, you save money. Everybody's about saving money, I'm sure. But, yeah, guys, so you just chop up your onions. Let's see. Cut it like this now. And like I said, be careful when you're dealing with a knife. Don't want anybody's hands cut up. And while you're in the process, it might make you cry a few times. But, yeah, so we just get them cut up. And, yeah, so that will be good right there. Okay, so you set your onions aside like that. They're cut up. Now, guys, remember I told you about slicing your liver into slices. You can if you want to, and then you don't have to if you don't want to. It's all up to you. It don't really matter. But I think this time I'm going to pass. I'm going to go and leave them full size. And, yeah, just go from there. So, guys, get you another plate. Yes, I'm using paper plates. That way I don't have to wash a million dishes. It's all the same. It don't matter. Pour some flour in one plate. And then have another plate for after you season it, you can sit them on that plate. So, like I said, we're going to use your salt and your black pepper. And I'm going to show you how I do it. I like to take a handful, and guys, make sure your hands are clean. I like to take a handful of salt. It might look like a lot, but honestly, it's not. And you're just going to sprinkle all around like that. Because you're going to put some salt in your flour also. So it's gonna get the season. So the rest of it, you're going to put in your flour. Hope you guys see that. You put in your flour like that. Then you're going to do the black pepper. You're going to sprinkle a little bit on your liver. Not a lot, guys. Everybody tastes buds is different. And then you're going to sprinkle into your flour. Just like that, guys. And then what we're going to do after I get through sprinkling this, I'm gonna mix my flour all up with my hand. And yeah, it'd be ready to put the liver into the flour. So what you do, you're just gonna mix it up with your hand, just like that. Just get it mixed, okay? Then you're gonna pick up a piece of liver, and you see sometimes it's already tore apart. You could tear it apart with your hand. It comes apart. It's not that hard. Just tear it apart if you want, or you can put it in there whole. And we're just gonna put it in your flour. That's all. Just flip it back and forth, guys. Can you see that? Hope you are. I'm gonna get you a little closer for you can guys to see it. Just give me a second. Okay, there you go. Just flip it till you get it coated. That's all you're doing. Just a little flip. Once you get it coated, sit it in your plate. Then you get your next piece. You'll do the same thing. You're gonna put it in your flour and coat it. Guys, I'm telling you, this is so good. Like I said, a lot of people may not like liver. You may taste it when you was young and didn't like it and just never have tried it again. I'm telling you guys, if you was to just try it again while you're older, you'd be surprised how taste buds change through the years. So you get it coated real good. You just set it right there. Get your next piece. And like I said, guys, you're just going to keep doing that until you get them all done. Like I said, 4 slices come in the pack. Sometimes, like I said, I cut them in half. And sometimes I just leave them whole. So this time I'm leaving it whole. Because while you're cooking it, if you want to, you can, you know, tear them apart. Either way. But yeah, just coat it. And what this do, this give a little crust on the liver. I'm telling you, trust me, you will love it. Just shake off a little bit of excess. Okay, then you're gonna keep doing this until you finish with all your liver pieces. And like I said, guys, liver is great in iron. If you're anemic, it's great in iron. It's great for vitamin A's and a lot of other vitamins. You don't want to eat a lot of it back to back. Like, you don't want to eat liver every day because you getting a lot of different things that comes with liver, like copper and everything else. So you don't want to poison yourself by putting too much of that stuff in your body at one time. So, like I said, growing up, we used to do it probably every 2 weeks. Some people said that they do it like once a month, you know. Either way, but just don't do it every day. Liver is something that you don't eat every day because it has so much vitamins in it that you can overdo yourself. So yeah. We just, like I said, we just coating it. Shake off your excess. Now, guys, there's some people don't put it in the flour. I'm just showing you how I do it. So, growing up, my mom have always used flour and did it that way. So that's the way I grew up liking it. I like it with the a little crust on it. And like I said, it's not hard crust. It just gives a little crust. So yeah. So like I said, we're down to the last 2 pieces. Flip it. Put that on your plate, and then this is the last piece, guys. Put that right there. Guys, while I'm doing this, I want you, if you're new to the channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and become a part of the Make It Work with Yosh family. And if you're already part of the Make It Work with Yosh family, please make sure you also hit that like, thumbs up button. I want you both to do it. And hit that bell notification button. That way, every time I release a video, you're notified. And yeah, that way you won't miss a single thing I'm doing. All right, guys, so we're finished. Shake off your excess. And then, yeah, You can throw this away, and yeah. So the next shot you will be seeing when I come back, we will be getting the skillet together, get it ready, put the onions in, and we're going to saute the onions first. Then we're going to remove the onions and put the liver in and cook it a little bit, and then add the onions back with it and let it cook the rest of the way with the onions. A lot of people do it a little different. Some people do the onions, then they put the liver in while the onions are still in. But I like to take the onions out sometime. That way, make sure the liver get a flat surface to cook in, and then I add my onions back to give that flavor. All right, guys, so stay tuned. All right, guys, all righty. So now, get you a nice size skillet. It don't have to be huge. It can be a medium size, small, whichever you like. And go on and turn your heat on medium high. That's what I do. And go on and put your oil in. Now, some people say use a lot, or some people ask how much you should use. I say probably 3 tablespoons, or probably 4 tablespoons. And like I said, I'm going to be putting butter in also. But first, I'm going to let the oil get hot. And then I will be putting my onions in. And while they're in, I will be adding my butter. And all we're going to do is saute the onions until they get pretty soft. Then that's when we will take them from out and put the liver in. Now, guys, when you put the liver in, it will soak up the flavor of the onion juice that was in there. So you're going to cook your liver. It don't take long to cook liver. You don't want to cook it too long because then it can make it really hard. So we're going to cook it so much, and then we're going to add the onions back and finish cooking it. So, guys, just stay tuned. I'm going to let it get hot, and we're going to start adding the onions. Okay, guys, now that the oil has gotten hot, you might see it popping because I had put a drop of water in the skillet. You're going to just pour your onions in, like that. Pour your onions in, and then you can reduce your heat. You can reduce your heat a little bit. That way you won't burn your onions, but they still will cook. So, yeah. Reduce it down a notch, probably to medium. And, yeah. Now, some may ask, should I add some salt into this? No, guys. Onions have a flavor all on its own, so you shouldn't need no salt. You already have salt on your liver and pepper on it, so yeah. So you're pretty much just gonna let the onions saute. Just let them saute a little bit. And you want to keep an eye on it because you don't want them to burn, but you want to make sure they get really soft. And once they start sauteing, it will have a brownish color. So, yeah, I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I don't want to zoom too much to make the picture look blurry. But, yeah. So, we're just going to saute them a little bit. And like I said, just constantly keep an eye on them. Don't walk off and be gone for a long time because you don't want them to burn. You just want to stir them a little bit to make sure they get sauteed on both sides. And when I come back, you will see how they should look. So, just stay tuned, guys. Okay, guys, now that I let them saute a little bit, you see they starting to get a little brown. I'm going to zoom in, let you see that. See how they got a little brown? This is when you're going to add your 2 teaspoons of butter. So, yeah, you're going to add your 2 teaspoons of butter. And this will add a little extra flavor in it. So, that's 1. And this should be all right here, guys. Add your last thing of butter. There you go. Guys, like I said, that's why you don't need to add any salt, because the liver already have salt and pepper on it. And when you add this butter in with the onions, you're getting the butter flavor, plus you're getting the flavor of the onions. And guys, like I said, this is what make onions and liver really good. It's almost like cooking. Some people cook steaks with onions, cube steaks, whatever. The onions is what actually give that great flavor. I'm telling you. So yeah, guys, like I said, you're gonna just keep an eye on it. Just kind of stir it every once in a while. You're just making sure you're flipping the onions over and they're not burning. That's all you're doing. Just sauteing them. And in a few, I will be removing the onions and adding the liver and start cooking that. And then I will put the onions back in to finish cooking the liver with. And yeah, this will really let that liver capture that full effect and taste. So yeah. Alright guys, I'm going to let it sit just a little bit longer. And then when I come back, I will be removing the onions and start cooking the liver. And then you will see me add the onions back with the liver and finish it up. Alright guys, stay tuned. Alright guys, I have let them saute for about another 5 minutes. Now I am going to take the onions out, and that way I can get ready to add the liver in. Now guys, you can leave a few onions in, it don't matter. You just want to make a clearance that your liver can have a flat surface. That's what you're trying to do. You just want to make sure your liver have a flat surface to be able to get cooking good, and then you will add these onions back. So yeah, that's all we're doing. We're just trying to give a flat surface for I can add the liver. So like I said, take as much out as you can get. Now we're gonna add the liver in. What you do, you just lay it in. Try to lay it flat. You can use the same fork that you took the onions up with. You don't have to be perfectly flat, because once you start flipping, it's going to get cooked. I left my stove on medium heat. Like I said at the beginning, we start off with medium high just to get the oil hot. And then, like I said, we reduced it down to medium. Now, if you need to, you can shove some of the onions on top of the liver to make room. There we go. And this should be my last piece. This is a big piece right here. Plate. Now guys, when we take it up, we're going to put it on a plate that actually have paper towel on it. That helps drain some of the oil. So yeah, that's how we're gonna do it, guys. So what you do once you put your liver in, you're gonna leave it alone, and you're gonna let it fry. You can put the onions on top right now. That just gives more surface. And you want to let them, I say, cook for at least 3 minutes on each side, 3 to 5 minutes on each side. So, yeah. So we're going to keep it like that. And just let it cook 3 to 5 minutes. Every stove is different. Heat is different. So after 3 to 4 minutes, you just want to come and lift a little bit and look at it. It should start turning brown, and then you will flip it over and let it cook 3 to 5 minutes on the other side. Then we will add our onions and finish up. So guys, stay tuned. Okay guys, it has now been about 3 minutes. Now we are going to flip it over and cook it on the other side. See that, guys? When I flipped it, see how the color, it should be nice and brown like this. See, guys? Hey, see that? Nice and brown. So now we're going to flip it on the other side. And like I said, every stove is different. It has been just about 3 minutes that I'm flipping it. So I'm going to flip it. Make sure you get every piece flipped. Make sure you even it out. Now at this point, you can turn it down a little bit lower. Turn it down to, I want to say a notch past medium. Because you don't want it to start burning, guys. Okay, so we're flipping it. It don't take long to cook liver. It don't take long at all. Okay. Now that we have one side cooked, this is when you can start adding your onions back. So, start adding your onions back. There we go. Alright, so you can spray your onions over it. And this is when we're going to really keep an eye on it. Like I said, we're going to let it cook for about 2 minutes. Then we're going to flip it again. And just make sure we keep an eye on it because you don't want it to burn. You don't want it to burn at all. So, in about 2 minutes, we're going to flip it and let those onions get back underneath of it. And as we flip, we're going to rotate the onions and the meat together to make sure that everything is kept from getting burned. So guys, I'm going to let it cook for about 2 minutes, and then I'm going to come back and start flipping it around. Okay guys, it has now been about 2 minutes. Now, this is when I'm going to start flipping, letting the onions get underneath and moving the meat around. It has been cooking now for about 2 minutes on that side. And what this is doing, what I'm doing now is this is going to let the meat breathe underneath. Like I said, you don't want your liver to get burnt. And you don't want it to be rock hard. You just want to cook it enough to get it cooked. That's all. So, like I said, we're just going to flip it around. Let them onions, let the juice from the onions get soaked in. See that, guys? It looks good. It smells wonderful. Only if a camera had a smell item that you could smell how good this smells. I'm telling you guys, it smells great. If you have an onion or two that looks kind of burnt, it's okay, guys. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. You just want to make sure that your meat is cooked all the way through. Now, some people like their liver have a little pink still in it. Your preference is your own. Mine's, I have always liked mine's to have no pink in it, but not burnt either. I want my liver to be soft, but not burnt, but no pink in it. Now, if you have some liver pieces that was like bent over, and when you flip it, you can unbend it and kind of like just press to go on and get that part that was bent, get it pretty well cooked. You can do that. I had a piece or two that was bent over, so yeah, that's what I'm doing. So we're about finished, guys. Like I said, it don't take long for liver to get done. Just gonna flip it about 2 more times, and we're gonna turn the stove off, and we shall be finished. Now, I'm going to reduce my heat to off, and yeah, and just let it sit in here a little bit. Then I'm about to take it up and plate it. Because the newer generation might not know anything about cooking liver. I am 45, so I grew up in the household where cook liver like every 2 weeks, sometime once a month. And yeah, I grew up loving it. Like I said, there's some people that don't. All right, guys, like I said, I'm going to plate it on a paper towel plate to let the grease kind of soak in. So grab you a plate with a paper towel on it. And first we're going to take up the liver. So you're going to just put it on that plate like that. I'm going to make sure you guys see it. Hold on. I'm going to tip this right here for you guys to see what I'm doing. See that, guys? Let me adjust my camera for you guys to see. Zoom out some. All right, you see that? So, like I said, take up the liver, sit it on the plate. Get. Guys, this is going to be some good eating. And then, once you get all your liver up, you can either use your fork or get a spoon to get all your onions. Now, guys, the sides that people normally have when you cook liver, most time you have mashed potatoes or some carrots and green beans. Whatever you like is what you should use for your second sides. I'm probably going to do some carrots. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So guys, if you want to make it easier, take your skillet and don't pour, just scrape your onions onto your liver. That's all you need to do. But you don't want to pour all the oil onto it. You just want to grab the onions. Just grab those onions, guys. Voila, guys. This is my liver and onions. Liver smothered with onions. This is going to be a great eat. Well, guys, like I said, I will put in the description area what items you need and how long you should cook it. And yeah, try this recipe and let me know what you think. And sorry for the paper plates, guys. Just decided to do it with paper plates so it won't be a big cleanup. I have a lot to do today, so yeah. Well, that don't change how it will taste. All right, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. And if you're already part of the Make It Work with Yosh family, please make sure you hit that bell notification and that thumbs up So let me know that you're watching my videos and loving them. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.